Radio Network.
More than 700 chemicals have been found in our drinking water. And did you know that you have greater exposure to these chemicals while taking hot showers than when drinking the water? That's because many chemicals are inhaled when they evaporate, and others are absorbed into the skin. The KDF Dual Media Shower Filter works with both hot and cold water, and it's designed to reduce chlorine, lead, mercury, and iron, and it inhibits the growth of bacteria, mold, algae, and fungus. The KDF Dual Media Shower Filter typically lasts 10,000 gallons or 1 year, whichever comes first. Hospitals, restaurants, and water treatment facilities use this media to reduce chlorine, iron, heavy metals, and bacteria. What about you? Order your KDF shower filter normally $49 for our special price of only $39.99 with free shipping. Call the Berkey Guy and order now by calling 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or simply click on the banner at gcnlive.com to order online now.
On September 11th, 2001, along with hundreds of my fellow troops, I went to Ground Zero, and we knew what to do. Or at least we thought we did.
Truth Rising is a breakthrough 9/11 film that finally gives first responders a platform to tell their story.
Whitman, EPA director, on the 18th made a statement that the air was safe to breathe.
This film follows the growing momentum of 9/11 truth as brave souls throughout the world take action against their global masters.
He had his hand over the radio while he was getting a countdown. He takes his hand off and you hear 3, 2, 1, and it was boom, 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 boom.
This is an emergency transmission worldwide. Download Truth Rising at prisonplanet.tv and aggressively spread it worldwide, or order the DVD at Infowars.com. If we don't expose the government-sponsored terror, they're going to commit more acts and bring in martial law. Are you fed up with all the side effects of chemicals in your shampoos and detergents? Even fragrances can signal some 4,000 separate ingredients, most of which are synthetic. Hi folks, Alex Jones here. Why not go back to basics and be safe with Calben Pure Soaps? They're all natural, and you'll save some 85% the money you're spending for your cleaning products now. Marty Schachter founded Calben Soap Company in 1947 and provided products for health institutions. Now, Calben soaps are available to you and me. Triple concentrated for all your cleaning needs, from bathing and laundry to dishes, hair, and more. No harsh chemicals, no animal testing. I use them and love them, knowing they're all natural and safe, and I save big time. Call Calben Pure Soap at 1-800-340-7091. That's 1-800-340-7091. Or log on to 5starsoap.com now for a free catalog. Again, that number, 1-800-340-7091 or 5starsoap.com for all your cleaning needs.
Folks are born made to wait to fly. Ooh, the red, white, and blue. The red, white, and blue. And when the band plays, hail to the chief, Lord knows they point the cannon at you. Tell them that it ain't me. It ain't me, no.
D.H. Williams, we're going to go back to him in a moment and start opening the phones up at 1-800-259-9231. Before we go back to our guest, I do want to encourage listeners to not wait. The info war is key. We're about to get into that. The Congress has an 11% approval rating. The only person that has a high approval rating is Barack Obama because he's seen as an outsider because of the color of his skin. It's a branding bait and switch. It's a very cruel hoax that the establishment has played. We absolutely have to expose that he's controlled by the same people that George Bush was controlled by. And that's what the Obama deception gets into. The website is theobamadeception.net. You can pre-order the DVD. It's going to ship out March 15th. It'll also be available at prisonplanet.tv. And the orders go out in the order they're received. So the first ones that will be shipped out will be those that pre-ordered. Coming up on March 15th, so get your order in at Infowars.com for the Obama Deception, the other films we're carrying currently, like all the films I've made, Endgame, Terror Storm, Truth Rising, Fabled Enemies that Burma's produced under our label. Of course, Eye of the Phoenix, great new film out.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. We've, by the way, redesigned and expanded the Obama Deception, and it is theobamadeception.net. We already had a great site up there, but it's even been expanded and redesigned, so be sure and go check out theobamadeception.net. Speaking of sponsors, I want to tell you about Survival Seed Bank. The great folks at Survival Seed Bank. In a real crisis, having non-hybrid seeds means having the ability to grow an endless supply of nutrient-dense food to feed your loved ones. There have been times in American history, Pilgrims, for example, when seeds had the highest value of any bartered item, even silver or gold. There's a huge war on against non-hybrid seeds waged by the global elite who want to control us by controlling the food supply. Governments are storing seeds. The UN is storing seeds. Globalists of every stripe are storing seeds near the Arctic Circle and these seed banks. Why do you think this is? You know why? Control and power. Solutions from Science is trying to get seeds out of the globalist hands into the hands of the people, one seed bank at a time, one family at a time. So check out survivalseedbank.com. From Solutions from Science contains enough open pollinated seeds to plant a full acre of a crisis garden. Survivalseedbank.com, or give them a call at 877-327-0365. That number again, 877-327-0365. All right, going back to D.H. Williams, we were talking about propaganda, and people think of propaganda in a bad connotation. Propaganda just means putting out information that is positive to your political view or your military view or your economic view. Black propaganda, is lying or setting your enemy up or telling lies. So that is what we think of as normal propaganda, as black propaganda. But it was wrong. The British were going around confiscating guns and raping people and stealing and pillaging and ignoring the legislatures. And the founders, for more than a decade, with pamphlets printed off little printing presses, being arrested, being beat up, going through hell on earth, they exposed what was going on. And remember, folks, lost at, Lexington, at 1 at Concord. The whole point is the war was on. We want to avert that, but I have to tell you, the globalists are so unpopular that if it does become physical, I don't see them being successful unless they can stage riots through economic calamity where the public, if I got people rioting in my neighborhood, I'd almost want the military there. But see, then that sets the precedent. So this is how they craft and stage all of this where it can be rolled out. And that's how I see it being done, or a biological release, more terror attacks. I see that coming off the back burner to the forward burner. Speak about that, D.H. Williams.
Samuel Adams once said that you put your enemy in the wrong and you keep them there. He understood how to turn a phrase. He understood how to get a message out. Yeah, propaganda, a lot of people, they want to say it's good or bad. It's neither. It doesn't really. It depends on how it's used. But the reason I brought that up is it's so important that open media, what I call the new mainstream media, radio shows like yourself, various websites, there's video simulcast on the web. The Internet's becoming television now. There's a lot of different sources because it's going to be critical, if you study history, it's going to be critical to control the information as events happen.
And that's why they're moving, the New York Times admitting, to shut down the web as we know it, force all our sites off. That's why people shouldn't just use the web. They should do that, but also use on-the-ground copies of DVDs, pamphlets, meetings. We need to have on-the-ground and build that infrastructure now.
Yeah, they need to use the meetups that were used so well during the last presidential campaign. People need to get out and meet their neighbors. We're the 10 people on their street. Do they know them by name? You don't have to get in their business. You can just introduce yourself and say hello. We need to break free from our television. I know that's something that I've done almost completely because, frankly, it's hard to watch the media that is funded and controlled by large foundations with very specific interest, and they literally they're openly infotainment. The news stations openly claim now to be in the infotainment business. They don't even claim to be journalists or to have integrity or to be objective or to even bring you the comprehensive news. They don't even claim to do that. So why do we expect them to?
Well, the Pentagon's funding tens of billions in fake news. Every federal agency is. I mean, that's why the mainstream media is in free fall right now.
Wow, I read that $46 billion the Pentagon's going to spend on improving their image. I'm still trying to find that website to apply to because who wouldn't want some of that $46 billion? But joking aside, I mean, that should tell people right there that the information they're getting is